Ale fonsaje de. Ale fonsaje. Ale fonsaje. Ale fonsaje. Muna dabo sanka baluo. Ale fonsaje. Mbe useni dabo julalema. Ale fonsaje. Juloka manla maje. Ale fonsaje. Ni aja manla maje. Ale fonsaje. Suluo simmenele da. Ale fonsaje. Useni mansata. Alale ya mansandi ale bonsai mbaro da bodima ale bonsai mbaro da bodima ale bonsai enu mukunda da bodima ale bonsai alale bate jola ale bonsai mansole bate jola ale bonsai aye gambia bondi bata kono ale bonsai maje molu bele sewota ala be nyin keraye ale bonsai manso be nyin keraye ale bonsai usen bodanya ni dobo ale bonsai dobo gae usen ale bonsai anata kombo tumami ale bonsai londo nata kulli ale bonsai okaelo adabo ale bonsai ayado kuoge gambia Kai Mandela ale bonsai mayinduru kema ale bonsai ala fosalida bokema ale bonsai adale bate joda ale bonsai njilasi sedima ale bonsai ganja mane dimma ale bonsai sali suare dimma dem ale bonsai jari jalo dimma ale bonsai jari ma ale bonsai tida sise di malem ale bonsai munani tata malitu ale bonsai munante ni kumbole mude ale bonsai juguna ale fonsaje de ale fonsaje ale fonsaje ale Muna dabo sanka baluo ale bonsai mbe useni dabo julalema ale bonsai juloka manla maje ale bonsai ni aja manla maje ale bonsai suluo simmenele da ale bonsai useni mansata ale bonsai alale ya mansandi ale bonsai mbaro dabo Gambia bondi bata kono ale bonsai maje molu bele sewota ale bonsai ala be nyin keraye ale bonsai manso be nyin keraye ale bonsai usen bodanya ni dobo ale bonsai dobo gae usen ale bonsai anata kombo tumami ale bonsai londo nata kulli Okaelo adabo ale bonsai ayado kuoge gambia ale bonsai gambia kai Mandela ale bonsai mayinduru kema ale bonsai ala fosalida bokema ale bonsai adale bate joda ale bonsai njilasi sedima ale bonsai
Yo, assalamu alaikum bari Bismillah, UDP Online, Bantaba, the Arabalong of the 17th of September 2025, to Current Affairs show on the three networks, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Bismillah Bake. It's 20:53 p.m. right now in the United Kingdom, 7 minutes to 9. And that means in most parts of Europe, it will be 7 minutes to 10. In the Gambia, it will be 7 minutes to 8 p.m. right now. Mbal Bismillah Kachato on the platform or other platform, YouTube and Bantaba. Buenos noches, Seho. Okay, what language is that? I know that language. I just forgot. Lamin Jaide, what language is that? Okay, welcome to the back. Kal Bismillah platform on the Beden Femena. Welcome to Dola Baljola. Another edition of Current Affairs show on one of your favorite channels, GDP Online Bantaba. The program that in Duala. Alama Donani program ko Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you so much, Alma Fof. I'm looking good. Thank you, mashallah. Spanish, yeah. Buenos noches, Spanish. I forgot. I thought it was Italy. I still got Italy in my brain. But I thought somewhere, yeah, it's Spanish and Italian, I think they're similar. So, Alama Donani program ko Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Fingers crossed. I hope the computer will behave today. But if it doesn't behave, in terms of streamlining on Facebook and YouTube. Somebody was telling me I need to clear some things on my computer. And I'm so busy. I'm involved in a lot of meetings. Yesterday, I had 2 meetings, I think, which lasted together, I think, 7 hours, if you ask the meetings together. I barely have time, so I couldn't do it. But maybe over the weekend, I'll try to sort it out, okay? But in case the computer crashes or due to someone's overload, please, you can migrate to TikTok and watch the relevant programs. I'm worried about my traditional, the old guards. Mary Alonko, they are so used to Facebook and YouTube. I do worry about you, and this is why I try to do my utmost to make sure that the program is streamlined on this. Even though the younger generation, most people have migrated to TikTok, but the old guards, the conservative ones, like people like Maja, they want to stick to Facebook, and that's good. But in case the Facebook crashes, please, you can migrate to TikTok. Over the weekend, I'll try to sort this thing out so that we can have more stability for in terms of moving on, because it's 1 year to elections. We should all hands should be on deck to make sure that we broadcast on all these trade networks. Alama alay kero setan na Bangkok, alama alay kero setan na Patikono, alma duana nyaton kolye, kabo ala Juseno Dabola, the deputy party leader, Ajarot Mariam Bisek, national president of UDP, the entire executive, and the entire diaspora Ngolo, and in particular in Gambia in general, we pray for peace and stability. But most importantly, we pray for change of government in 2026. Because we have a failed administration, a very corrupt administration for that matter. And now we have a dictator, Adama Barrow, who has the hallmarks of dictatorial. Now, NPP la more delay ko Adama Manke dictator. We don't care what you say. We don't give a hook. You can go to Facebook and scream up to the loud top of your voice. We will call Adama Barrow a dictator. If you guys are dumb to not understand the meaning of a dictator, if you violate the laws of the Gambia willfully, you are a dictator. You cannot tell us what is a dictator. We don't care whether you call Adama a dictator. I'll be calling Adama Barrow a dictator since he violated the constitution of the Gambia. Everybody's advising him. Even Halifa Saleh, he normally doesn't, he very quiet. He wrote an open letter, Katani Adamalako, Imanyanna, Audit Iman Sembesoto. So Adama is violating the constitution of the Gambia at will. And some of these NPP goons are telling us that we don't know the meaning of a dictator. What the heck is wrong with you people? Atolon Jumati. Adama is a dictator. He has the traits of a dictator. I'll be calling him Dictator Adama Barrow. Okay, Mammo Dolong, since he did that action, for me, he has reached the threshold of my definition of a dictator. All right, so NPP Ngol, I want you to get into your knuckleheads. Okay, Alman Karamotijang, Alman Conscious Motijang. Dictator man can just come a moment more far. You guys have got a very myopic definition of a dictator. Dictator man can along akamul far or akamul arrest. Adama has used tear gas. Adama has put young kids in custody, exercising their just freedom to gather a Pura bureau, Pura office. They were not damaging any property. They were not violently acting. They just merely exercised their Section 25D of the Constitution. Adama continuously hide behind the Public Order Act, that draconian law. Is a bad law. So what if that doesn't make Adama Barrow a dictator? What else? But anyway, Adama nuyu suma mbokki olof yi nuyu naa leen si programme bi UDP Online Bantaba si jeeg ak taranga comme lu ñu def fii rek mooy waxtaan ak Gambia promote UDP agenda waaye defal civic education tamit. That's why this platform is special. We don't only talk about politics, but we also blend it with civic education. So ñu ngi ñaanalante jaama di ñaanal réew Gambia jaama yàlla ñu am change in 2026 yàlla ñu gagné yàlla UDP nguur gi UDP am ñu am président bu ees His Excellency Alhaji Ousainou Darboe nekk flag bearer United Democratic Party maa ngi ñaan ne xol yi nekk benn ñun yëpp ñu juboo ñu génne suñu dëkk bi si coono bu mu nekk nii dinaa dugg si Republic investigation scandal boo xam ne involve na Amadou Sané waaye lii mus naa ko discuss si UDP online Bantaba. For some of you it's news, but I discussed this here with the mega bank, and I once said here Amadou Sané Tata Manole Kamanang and Mansakundala Dundi, we had allegedly involving millions and millions of dollars. Scandal. More Melialongo, you are regular listeners of Bantaba. A couple of years ago, I discussed this even before the 2021 election. So when I saw it, it's no news. Ñun fii duñ dee waxantu UDP online Bantaba, we are a very credible platform. Te yàlla may nañu dara. Luñ fi wax lu mu yaaga Gambia ni dinañ ko gis. I have discussed this here, Kumba Janmani. I don't know you're talking about it. Maybe you forgot. For those who remember, I spoke about this deal that Amadou Sané is involved in. And thankfully now, Republic has broke the news. And now it is the hot news. They are no longer making headlines today. Why? Comme lu ma ko defee rek di ñaanal aju jiit yi fu ñu nekk ñun yëpp dinañ fa dem yàlla mu yéex bakkan bu dunda rek dina mos dee yàlla suuf bi continuer sedda seen kaw ñun ñoo xam ne ñu ngi fii yàlla ñu yàgg fii suñ borom sutura ñu ak suñ njaboot yi may ñu wér-gu-yaram si kaw wér-gu-yaram la yëpp mun a xëj because nit ki soo amul wér-gu-yaram affaire àdduna sax du la nee. Yes, Sisla Kaya, remember, thank you. I spoke about this here on Bantaba, even before 2021. Thank you. So, what we're going to do is, you remember TikTok, I kindly appeal to you to tap the screen. I don't want this verification from TikTok when you don't tap the screen. Then they might stop the live or they will keep asking for verification. The list I ask from you guys is please share the live, repost it. At least let's target 50K likes today. Okay? At least minimum. Yeah, thank you so much, Kumba Janman. I remember. Maja I remember. I spoke about this. Have time to sit down to sort some of this out. But I've now fixed this. Now let's listen to His Excellency Alhaji Ousainou Darboe. He made a speech at Manja Bureau yesterday addressing those who cross-capited from APRC and NPP team will listen to his audio, and then we can move on. Let's listen to Alhaji Soldado.
Ini alfa kafongolu member mabeli janto ani member ambo bato kuya fara janto fasi sokolo basi akomba yonu but alama kili la nala janto ngebe pandana ya kipatila ke kondo inya pandana Can you guys hear the audio before I continue? Are you guys able to hear it? Is it? I think the recording. That's how I got the recording today in one of our forums. But before I continue, I would like you guys to confirm whether it's audible enough. Okay, thank you. Somebody said it's okay. We carry on. National President, media molu kan kondo atel member sababuri kana ko wole da ko moy atel member sababuri pour wole je janto bari be kondo na ba fala be ko ba ko di kendala ma bari fomo kili so tombo ma be la ko no ko ko do ka ka wala isaka ila watoda ke konto ila tonya fasala ke konto ila amukendo kula bangola ona musafjam ni nade mi kele sonda bodo ila pulsa la pasa solicitation na bebe sonda for meeting la ngaya mara bendi kego ida dapat ko ya mama ko ne ganda ngela ke dia la poso ya ni ala poso ya no dan no bi mo ni ko mo men sa wan punya be so fe ida so le ba la ka ko yara fon juspa abe sana ya ko do ko kwela kenyi banko la ni banko la da manda fala ila floda bari yara fa juspa ala poso akole no bari ko instructor amanda ya ma ni pia ya kuma se ka bring NCP ini swatili pale na sana yeye bona ni banko le wade ala si mendi West Coast region nyato for ibeme do kukan alasa do ko ayan timandi nyala be yaram ka ko wala muy saw nala Maria Masane ini mo Davis Allah ka ko wote ba fala yo ay bismillah UDP Maria Masane ina dalal China Democratic Party parti bo xamne dara na ko séni de gannaaw Gambia ci dara gannaaw Gambia kontaan na mo Davis li wax ne defoon nañ mistake 1996 def nañ mistake 2016 wala 2026 loolu la ñuy def mistake bi parce que gis nañu loo xam ne mooy problème réew bi dafa amoon fu nga bokkoon ba fa nekkoon
yang ison problem réew bi waaye nag wax bi tontu woon pour nga taxaw saafara problème boobu ana ay rus ci gannaaw bi nga waxtaanee Hadiswan ci ngeen d'accord ne si ngeen nekkoon yaa sa yaay Aja Mariama Sané ngeen ba ñu doon ci nit ñi su leen di dalal ci nit ñi ak daanaka foofu wante ba fulane ko alnata Allah soltono alnata kana banko tonku alnata kana ni ganda ni ka kumaka kan banko nya be tailoring ne adu ni sampe tainola ika kumaka ne ay ke la fulay ay sen kaya dan mangay ma ko ni tailoda am manke fondade ba be tailoring ne bala adiato ni nyaame akato wonyane ko don ba fulane ko bi andana ka kafu United Democratic Party movement walau kena ganja ko Gambia ay mo trailer to Gambia ay nung Gambia bil ko sa natin daw na bang ko nyado bang ko na ka ko alam ba ito ko nyado ni ba ko sa ko nyado ni ko rin happy to na kada tayo ba mo ko United Democratic Party manga party di mensial ka ko asnim bang ko marano tela nya to kaya pa Kuanto na niya itong kayo. Barang ko, kumamang kito niya. Para sa liya niya ng kapo ko, usiyan niya ako. As kita ang United Democratic Party, wala sa inyong bangko ko. Kaya buwan ko, walong mo, alyo, kansayan niya. Alyo, kansayan niya. Alyo, nalinod man finance ko, walang gapo, ano na katapawalan siya jama. Kaya niya, karena kita disebut kata fauna. Padahal mau kopi, wangen kan bere da ko kata fauna ni manji mbako. Ini ko kata fauna ni manji mbako. Iko dia na bosolda. Ibe pon le be samara pita makauti sada. Dia na bosolda. Ibe chan la bara danya mura ke sama makati. Iko dia na bosolda. Ibe pon na kuti sandu. Ibe samara pasti. Dia na bosolda. Ibe transport la. Kawakian mudor ko kesa mama sa kongko ko itiyaro na kiyen adu wonde jantole ka dolu ka takisolo mabudo lamen san pita ya jamala je ida bondi je ko wala da se da ko kaje ko ko kan fa alamati adu wala ko so ita ko na ka ko ay dota sinya jama na ka ko shana da sos wala ko criteria kama ko kani alora sina ibana bamu abanga je nishan la sama ala criteria do wango atel man criteria foreign wala ba ala ko landa ya moya ko jedo ako ni kana fa men tabita o sunya ro ka ta register sa wa so na ne babu da kama ko alora saka fa sinya ne wa ala boy men ko kurungo re lola ya Afrika ya Kono Gambia ko atan na sirin janto ani la men la man kan lola ba fa ne ko shan elections and no elections ko mo ta ko alo ka ko na sanga sinya jama o manke anybody visit but akan na yano kam kada tan yimba ko la Ajan nalang kamu ko almanta sa safety kala may anong kamu senda mangkela problem ni ala ba ko ma daw senda mo to man do ra be dalal kan ku senda mo ma dalal kan arma baro no bela problem o ko ali be nga nyati arma baro na bonde adan sa bonde no ye na sa mo na sa na ka fo na sa ayon buda mo na ka ko
Disney Buddha, Mama Yalo Caucus, and Losada. In Content, Wado, Lana Baron in order. So, I attend to Junto, Gama Comotani. The Gapa Skeba and the Gapa Comotani. Including in number of manga category benefits law data or send down an amount law real and transparent electoral bank of I forget. The modus Davis, it is a more popular welcome to the Democratic Party. I tell you that day, the bank of Sudan Benda. I don't want my yard and the bank of Sudan Benda. I mean, the bank of Sudan Benda, Bolon, and Family Yellow Club of Atlan Capital. Alfama Yellow Club of Nimbango and Nimbango, and Family Yellow Club of 1996. Captain Moore Lepo, the guy Yameta Angasla, Alcana Yellow Club, and Nimbango, a prayer Yamit, the Angasla. Balu Pide, Saya Pijeto, in the Basket, Little Mando, Jano in Bango, Akramapat. Little Mando, Jano in Bango, one participation. Yamama, 1996, don't put that in whatever the Bango. 2016, Yamato, don't that in the Bango. It won't tell that. Jadi kanya bangko kami, yang dulu mau fala, ko baca nak kami memang Spanyol, nampak di Fenjang, mampu kita lihat. Kami fokus kami nak jalan, Gambia, ini ni dah Gambia bangko dua, di mana di mana juga Gambia bangko pulokan. We have no where to go because the committee, company bangko ni ada problem nanti, mana di konstitusi, the problem ni masa konten. Just data. The CNU Banco can remember I don't talk again, but you Banco Madalaco. I won't do it. Alhamdulillah. Nobody at you. Simon and good governance. Love the corner on the Banco. Then I get a good police on the Auditor General. It doesn't can you tell? Woman, I'm just one. I'm a control worker. I don't know what I'm going to do. If one can get what you want from the worker, it doesn't have all of his open. Yeah, Samba. That one for us. Was situation safer. You need people, the character, in 1996. I mean, the final collection. But I don't know. The mission. How long can I do? But what I have still remains. That is the lack of good governance in this country. What don't we are committed to treat that? For service of non-fantasy wonder, go the color, when I have called, 2026, for us, Mangula, for money, Janina, Portugal, Dunia, Bell, send down to way. Dunia, they will send down to so market, Tony in that. You're going to know, no, clear demand and better. Including Central Bank, they see like 10 Canada Sultan, Jan Vangela, Nimidala, Nimidala, but no, we cannot allow this country to remain in the clutches of a dictator. Then that was the high of Mala. Come to French Avenue, Sudan, Yamama, get us. Because that will not happen in this country, and I am committed to that. Bank on this bank one day, you must return it. to be true part of democracy. Gambian code, Gambian bank of bank. And war, I'm telling you today, very better than killing that kid. I tell them I'm normal. One man will come one this. But I'm not going to couple of months. And we did it together. And in 2026, we will do it together. Oh, God. Ya no the politics are not. Politics are not. Na bekeri. Kuma kendo sifo. Kuma furu sifo. Ya was don't ya was ya para mosiana. Ya was ya para mosiana. But no siada. Definitely hostility to the land. But kuma furu. Wakana siya. Ano nga fatama? Bakana siya. Ano nga fatama ng complete? Bombe ko ano nga fatama? Ko. Nito na mata UDP. Ada fati ko ta wana mapati soto. Amanda soto abikia na dani. Amanya na kala ni problemo. Adu mo manyane ida warlama. Ka ko kuno. Ka bi de I couldn't have it. Janning abe war la kata. No there is not what say that. The Islam. Never go. La fanno la kadanka. Ado bado wa fana buka dande amati. Bari ni mo batan kono ala ko anya nyawanya manya ka fempa marima. Ama resign abe you party of the marriage in the Roman. Ama you party of I don't know what Ibrahim, I don't go to UDP already. Motana Karnora Wada. What Alcanada or Ibrahim Dibala. Nan man diamno Ibrahim Dibai, Ayafa ko Ilaswo, Bruna Laswo, Kanaba Laswo, Nimbo no, Ikarasel Farmer. You okay? What are the Purundo for me? And a Purundo go, the border become. Don't buy none of the doctor for like I make a UDP, what work a UDP, all of Sonia. Jamala kata na nyepati okono won bata janto ina imuruta ganna kana fumata pada sikaklo panga banya ko sanjano bole to ko sanjano nabe kere kumol kasiya manol kasiya kuma kendo falasia alin kelega ke kuma kende fona alti andale ke moti melalo ngape be mola sabalanka ngamba yele ko ning hormone bunya mamot ning hormone bunya no ni mo sama no moka nendiro doyaro wona modi lela kodo sara sampansan sen fe yalo ka foko ibe yudi binu ni dada bana good luck kaya desola choice mo don't want the UDP nobody no ina ka UDP ni mo the UDP kata da hotel wallahi salo ka foko is you will be something normal. Political, surtout dans la politique. Bangoma yano kapoko fukarea alok da mola. Awaya kendi mola foroya. Abuka pente no. Barfani. Abarakaba. De Tesla. Ko yani assignment make again. Jamaica again. Eta yake other places not. Nada do. Don't make a lot of things. I don't make a point that I have with them. Bakala West Coast with us. Either recover below, no, when I was about below, but it will be somewhere in West Coast. Then no, cylinder program over then cylinder without a recover. It's not in Stasa Kunda, but I'll continue. And I'm Brakabake, you did Mabela, Bangoni, and Bangoni, and Nadoke, Puna Bangoni.
Ale fonsaje de. Ale fonsaje. Ale fonsaje. Ale fonsaje. Muna dabo sanka baluo. Ale fonsaje. Mbe useni dabo julalema. Ale fonsaje. Juloka manla maje. Ale fonsaje. Ni aja manla maje. Ale fonsaje. Suluo simbene da. Useni mansata alale amansandi ale ponsa mbaro da bodima.
Okay, Mbadi Malbela Maka Youth Parliament Bantaba, that's His Excellency Alawi Sudabo addressing the people at Manja Bureau yesterday when 60 people cross-carpeted to United Party from, we understand, from APRC and NPP. So I don't need to repeat what he said. I have only Manika Kangola. I think most of us have heard what he said. London wa fofo mu ñu bari dégg nañ ko. Kadu yu rafet la fa wax. Ba pare he spoke with a lot of wisdom. And he has also made a rectification for even myself. Yes, it's true that I don't think party that contested 6 times. You know, I think somebody also said I didn't think he contested in 2006. I'm not sure about that. I don't know whether that time NAD contested, but I don't know whether UDP boycotted the election. Maybe somebody can correct me. But I think this will be his 5th term or the 4th one in 2026. Somebody can correct me, but certainly not 6. Yeah, that was a mistake that all of us did. It's not 6 times he contested. That's true. So I learned that from his speech, and most importantly, Ayamaro Mendin Tolbela, which is, I think we don't need to repeat that. I think it's no brainer that's what we expect from him. So somebody said he contested 4 times, so this will be the 5th one. Thank you. So it's important, and we hope we will all heed to that, all of us, and then moving on. Political at a diata bakele, democracy at a diata lenkafo janda European bantaba is a very sweet thing, democracy, but unfortunately people try to make it very unpleasant, just because of the lack of civic education. There shouldn't be any fight, there shouldn't be any hoo-ha, there should not be any big issues, but we should all understand that we all have different taste. And as long as we understand that, then hopefully we will be on the same page. But significantly, we want to liberate this country from the clause of corruption that Abedami right now. So Ningo understand it. This is really activity that he's supposed to attend in Finland, and I think he will be in Sweden as well. I think that's my understanding. Then from there, he's going to be in Austria, then Spain, and then in UK will be the last stop. So all these fundraisers happening, all geared towards Protocol Patioe. Obviously, Sweden is going to be big. Sweden is going to be huge. So gas chapter from the fundraiser. UK chapter na gala is the advertisements are on. The announcements are on. And we mena koroke tendula. Alaji mama de sise bia audio de la. Amu advisory London branch. Katala bale mate from the London branch. Bia audio Kenya and publicity kept on a voluntary basis. Ka announcement ko ka for UK chapter la gala min yanda la Birmingham Saturday College on. Ticket hall is £45 right now. Nime left of la min danso contact or yeah is drame. Any members of the task force Musa Jamen ala Timo. Tickets are on sale, but Bundato Ibasana 50 la so tabulo £360 a tabulo for 8 people. Wolon Suto is promising to be a great night for UDP, great night for UK chapter. So we encourage all of you. All of you are invited. We expect some dignitaries to come from other parts of Europe. So Alhaji Hussein Odabo is expected to be there as a Chief Justice of Honor. Honorable Suleiman Saho, National Assembly member, is expected to be there as well. So we looking forward to that night. So Melbourne, UK, Birmingham, they are ready for us. And I'm sure the event in Spain, also in Austria, is also promising to be a great night. And also the one in Italy, Taleb on the 28th of September. Then Sweden is the 27th. But in between, I think the party leader has an event to attend in Finland. I think on the 21st of this month. I think he should be in Finland, but maybe Keba Sablan Co can clarify that. But I think he's also supposed to be there. So quite a busy schedule for Alhaji Odabo, crisscrossing Europe. Most of these activities within a week apart, just a week apart. So it's going to be a busy schedule. So one more announcement. Maybe I need to add more moderators. I don't know whether my moderators are even on. Oh, somebody's insulting. Okay, wait, let me just. Okay, somebody was insulting. I just blocked the person. Sorry, I don't know whether I can mute this comment as well. Okay, apologies, guys. No moderator, Male Bedaming. Maybe I'll add more moderators because I. People having a fake account is because you can say whatever you want. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows who is doing it, but we don't know. But one day people might know who you are. It's a fake account, I know, but I think I've blocked the person. So my moderator Daniel for now. Maybe I'll add 1 or 2 moderators because I don't know whether Bambas is here. And sometimes he's also working in the evening, so I don't know whether he's active. But I've got one moderator who is in the US, Malam Fofana Bijaneba. And I've got another moderator in Germany as well. So, but Malam Febijane. Let's see. Okay, so away from UDP, ngata national issues hold. B will tell obviously Gala Molu ye bail Gala funding ko le men arrest. Namalanga de police la kibaro ko ye mutale, but they have been bailed. Gala press conference kalenu. Initially, ikomole fundi 3 days of protest, but then they change. In Arafuko, ibe permito le la pour mole fundi. Même vola Gambian ole wolo nyinti ko. Gambia funding ke wolo. Nalman na together. Hani Gala killing fountain in Kelano. Yeah, Gala is doing a fantastic job, and we should commend them. But Gala alone cannot do this. Nalango group do bije gomsa pofa. But Namara funding will nyanta nalale together united front to take on this government. Hey, mile too. Then ita jagar court, ita loyalta. Anu nka chaha ni menna teng. Adama mina, in fact, almost a melunta mol bulle. Because Maimuna Sise Daba wolle Adama push, ikai ko hani manke kanoti seke jatoti. Yes, si atela for brikama. Saying Adama be wolle try kanka implement. Momo wuli tarek sidi muta ture ya molki because wobe bitam fasal. Wo is trying to please Adama Baro. Hani molu Adama kamenfo wolon gaminol ma hani. Wala nata da wo jikando sannan wo moto jikando me alon ke kafu ha menyi jikando le failal ka. Wala na Adama aka audacity shoto kafu ko bringa tiaga so faikan. Wala na Adama be silandiro la ni momo ko be wulla ja noto tata be kukelera. Me kukela nyulla kamulu silandi. So nyume alon go wolu itel dan kene ya melka baro support because tinki da ni baro wata je itol be enjoyment o meno be stop lale wolle kata Facebook police olu they are manhandling youths the way ke muta nyamin ke fight trokol kono ibe tilimbali ala Gambia funding wol al nyanta nala al ke United Front andu mune kan jahali Gambia la ko protest ka ke Westfield Serekunda ma fongola muna na funding gol be brika bol buka mamam muna na funding gol me fonji wol buka mamam muna na funding gol me bolon kono wol buka mamam why only concentration in Westfield area will they fought their own battle Bakau, funding all they found their own battle. Mona Gambian ol buka kis touch one, touch all. Can you do ma banko funding all be volunteer? This is the only way we can put this government in their place. Mafo moye tinyarke, mafo moye mola property tinyar. But peaceful the next minute nga muneje nga Adama Jabe talin dia mola CDCC tata interview kala atela story ko ate he was very good in maths ate berabe Germany abe asylum moto ako atele karanta the other guy woman karanga tele ka fango Adama is always self-aggrandizing man of talking about him talking about this nonsense ha nteketa janale nteberimbe Europe ndunta janale mfeketa jana banko be kolea men fonkono corruption men babon it an abenyin keka wato men na pour que mulla attention no divert away from a constitutional men jaligati a constitutional men violate ka Momodou Cissé ka forceto bondial officer to ka chorno so sambaji awo chorno so fanan ngo jile wo tabi koku musol sudbem jagnak taw tile mom he has assumed office de gambelo ko kande jahalle luwato wolu foni ngatara abuse of office law o kulo melonko is compelling pour yebo official kono ba president mangul ni adama ko aya ke minister of trade kenen ko malafi lafta tulan nole do wo jarete ka PIU official kiji bay fo sibe bala jeli o te salam dalil la ba ko mo amna lu nek ci amna lu ñuul ci saw bi de amna lu ñuul ci saw bi de because adama dafa corrupt so mu indi goroam bi xam nga lu tax goroam la because adama jabaram Fatou Babaro Paul la poli goram la so mu indi goram bi fofu nonu ne koku dina ko protect Corno Sow te protect la mo manasi ila baro wala be protect la ite ni Corno Sow be manke alati Corno Sow se sidi la extra auditor general yala falindiro ni woketa Corno Sow ni te bele be sila commissioner ite bela fero la mansata la bala plano la ando mansata la plano wala kaki ndemala munaka adoma Africa president corrupt ni teng bari menyen kamfa so akamta adama la kangolo be lolo banko kan na National Assembly le na député wolle ndol Gambia we have a serious problem bila inte Gambia ko kan de jahale sometimes je president ko constitution mo daka violate willfully. A country of 3 million, 10,000 people cannot come out in the streets. Good 10,000, mma for 20,000. Wolu ngaja jana Ivory Coast. Mo jelle funtita against Alassane Ouattara. Bari Gambia be ñin tembo mendo. Gala mo danta ne funtita so you dol mo te wol handcuff wol be mile two wol fele be jagar la court iko kata belle la the rest of the country be siri ikamara ku manke. So ñim banko bondo be kola yalla president ka banku aka constitution mo daka tinya député wol buka hep fo malum fo ya fo le bang fondinke wolu Gambia o fondinke 20,000 youths te fundi lambe do kay ko Momodou Sow has to go back moysi momé alan ko today ate o diamo même be ke freedom radio abe sirim baro nyaato ko talibe ndimo ndeysan ka sika baro jibe teng abe mu ñu dunia na fulodi abe mu ñu pala soleti because baro e ke signo balo ko administrative secretary NPP moto be dide la essentiel be dide la couponol be dide la sibi sise yo diamo même be ke civic education brindena be ka diamo freedom akate mu doy ate doy la doctrine ay wala karang bari bi ay doy la doctrine fayla de bi afana kera opportunist toleti honde bo Halifa Sallah manke opportunist toti honde bo Sidia Jatta amanke opportunist toti Suleiman Bokar Ba membe jang doy amanke opportunist wollon doy two doyote Pasamba Dia wollon two doyti but not Sidi Cissé See, this is a fake doyalty. Anybody who was genuine, doy, bitita sila ko ngansin dingo, ilo siri Adama Barrow nyato, iko ka Adama interview, imagine ka kula for men importanta, Adama beha, brinde be Muslim high school, ntata janalen sambata njaine, nteka match nole. Adama Barrow nyininka, what is the square root of 144? Maybe I told over London. Alafu Adama ko monon coefficienti. But Adama e mad snole. No, but sometimes it's good to laugh. Be like, Hanima love you jelele is jele. Na Adama mo yako match la best subject. I wish somebody can just go and give him a simple maths equation to solve. Honestly, Adama be siri wodula mento. Ni a maths equation o landika ko ñu solve ata solve no. Wallahi man la fani afoka. Because maths be nyame ni maths no, wo you don't forget that. All right? So, because Adama ko, he was the best lawyer. I can't telephone Kafan Samba, a kind case defend. All right? So, Adama ko, I tell on the best student. Second, the brother Germany. Asylum Fengoro. I didn't remember that woman Karang. I often told for it. I call woman Karang, so I tell like a Safero. Fengo I tell like a train different. And the other moment, the man always a form for back. Adama, I tell a coalition or I tell a coalition sponsor. Fengo Adama like. Adama ko kan de jahale. But until after memfola. Gambian, this is a distraction. And thankfully, at the interview kuntangonyi, Republic fele ye kibaro sama nambo hamne momu nyor. So medun na wale kono sai ngabo Adama la nyin interview kuntangoto. In fact, kunte fo bala nyin message amplify kan by talking about it. All right? Because Republic Mustafa Kedabo ala kafo ala news agent nying wole breaking news sama nan ko tenke. Yes, Drame Manasi was the best mathematician at the time. Now Manasi, in fact, is the best mathematician from Mangamankumla. And in fact, at the cabinet, maybe he's the best mathematician. Now at the cabinet from the best mathematician. Arrogant. I was that meeting day Fatima Jammeh was there. What home being Baro Youth Movement Kachala. What home being Baro man and Kebalam Fofana. Kebalam Fofana was there. Kebalam Fofana will be old morning jump fast start. But Kebalam Fofana was acting innocent. KTTG. This guy, Amadou, was poor. Fente Amadou Bulu. All of a sudden, Amadou is now a millionaire. But Modo bella may kanjang nta fola be banko mengang because man la fika mari but even though you actualize in 2021 what are UDP la minister tijede otumo mambure njay wala be minister of finance atola minister of finance. So Amadou Sane afele la kibaro funtita lungo mena se usel libe nyim fola NPP ngol ko se usel libe fani yalla aka kamala la Amadou Sane la bara afele bi nkamo jam fota. So story nyimbe upon Gambia la page to Alcitalia Karanje. The headline is inside the multi-million-dollar Gambia government venture that makes president's nephew a major food importer. Subhanallah. Wala na adama mambala fi bola nyim palaso to de. Because ni adama bola nyim palaso ñu call baby na commission of inquiry. This has to be investigated. Yalon biya be mo le kisi kan. Local government abe mo kisi kan. Mo dole ba defa nan kisi la. Okay? Because don't say Jimara, please. What is Jimara? So, before his uncle Adama Barrow became president, a little known Amadou Sane, yes, a little known, Momalo, Ken Hamur Kawan, Amadou Sane worked at his property management business, Majum, as cashier collecting rents at properties his uncle managed. Otumateleka Adama la luasol collect from a rent collector. Katani Adama mako ya luasol correct. Adama fane manda dilati ateka balu wole nyama. Okay, Adama kamola luasol le manage. So this guy, Adama katele kinum katakaranska, but B, the guy is living large. Gambia ni mo jamulka salute. So, many story ni better la jani for the whole of this week. Ba domandi analyze la Gambian audience. So, passport dialogue. Another scandal of itself. Now, Abesanji Tansabani Konotre, 39-year-old multitask between seeking a third-term mandate for his uncle and running a multi-million-dollar food importation business. Matunganying alimako alanying ale screen or tab dugare alimako Facebook felebe warning dikana. Ego Amadou Bedami, doku member will be wolom. He is preoccupied pour a barin na third-term mandate pour Adama se continue president yal. So anin business so atema haju so Gambia pour ka dia mo mole pour ise karto fay baroye ay mandat sama njang soto aning ala business so. His success is a product of a joint venture with the ministries of trade and finance, which gives his companies easy access to finance from government-owned bank. It relatively keep dollars from the state coffers and guarantees for his company's loans by the Ministry of Finance and the central bank. You want to be central bank? Manin jamano bar sai me bijo wolom bo asidi. So Ministry of Finance, Trade, eko ning makoiro ate sulatala fo dola long ka dola sot dadima ka julolu diala ka collateral diala pour atebe loan sot nyame pour la business so Amadou Sane na fo data membula rek e kamina ko njala yirle nata rek ala famene ko le diala because president mo bari ni ngolom ate nin jaga Sane bele be ñin nonsense so kono adam baro la ñin tout fenkol falendirobe abe kala wato men na malo bara haseme ko meta koto ifana mbe sila commission on nyaati ngol ale ate bayla ale nga duwe sima yani jata kende ala. All right, they will have their day nga duwa ay kembe nyala ite baring be mansa yala astaghfirullah ngake adam baro ya jamela ko de bira adam baro to fa ko astaghfirullah subhanallah ndefana mbokala fi ka fo mansa adam manke mansati wala non ko astaghfirullah e baring be nyaaton ka yala iko ko woleta force o lakan mega bank o mega bank ilabanta wole fon wafila but before ka (2021) Amadou Sane the report mentioned Amadou Sane was involved in this, and because I had credible sources and somebody living somewhere probably listening to this program, nine conversation also and Amari and you figure for Amadou, you could diala for him to be involved in this rice business. And that's why now a credible news outlet has confirmed that story. A big scandal right now. Mealongo. Wala na Adama Barrow abe silarin ka bo man sekunda because Adama Barrow be in corruption olom. A barindi wol fo dunda scandal kono. A badi wol fo ala mul fo dunda scandal Fatou Babaro fo wala 35 million o fo nambe o kono o member India. $35 million only, $752,000 only. Ala First Lady Foundation, Brito Dundaman Sekunda follow, that was the first scandal. So Adama la muso be scandal kono. Adama barindi wol be scandal kono. So Adama, that's why aba niola la nyim palace da man la fi bodi. Ye president African leader or leader ji abe keri kan kaba palace salonga mari corruptale. Wala na Macky Sall man la fi bola president yala. African leader solu iko munduma not India, China. How do you mean? But the report I'm reading here says India. The report I'm reading Kanja Woko India. So Malong. Registered in 2017, an overdraft facility of 230 million was approved for a win-win by mega banks in 2021. Waiving the rules, ignoring the red flags, 90% share of win-win was owned by Alaji Kebe, a controversial figure currently in court for economic crimes. Alaji Kebe fanang, iko afanang dunta tapale yale arms. But malam bokla bari mem kumayata ja wolom. Ye rules all the ben mega bank because sembo yole jai favoritism yole ke they will not do this for any nyimu corruption ole wala ne inyam woto tariate mega bank wafi mana mega bank wafi because ye mega bank from foire andile okay interference with the mega bank man se kuna la bank lom ye wole ta ya wafi so all this will be investigated. Okay, I try to safeguard myself very, very careful. Minna do ko wala jam. Mbuka wuli pour que moto tinya. Mbuka muli pour que moto fo bantaba just because lafte tole fola. Ni bulu mandung isi ye dunne. Nga Bua said la problem. Bua said he's a nice guy. But Bua always wanted the central bank governor. Kabirabe permanent secretary alaya lobby le. He was not happy as permanent secretary. Bua always because ala life big central bank le. So he was so desperate to become governor of the central bank. I don't know for what reason. Because central bank governor central bank governor meme Nigeria wo royal private residence sotole bank le wo residence soto so ako mana Gambia governor fana bu ko facilite anata rek ako central bank fana nyanta quotas lole because ya jame kiri ara na ku kendo jabanta afana kana le bank Gambia bank yaso so Bua abe amantra abe glamento geo free courant free everything central bank la resna so nyine ka ñu motiver de ike blol dundi ku kono me alonko saying affaire dunta ni scandalo kono. Tomorrow he will also face the commission. Okay, let me make that clear. Alama, you know, look, all these things are bound because change will happen. Inshallah, change will happen because nibe palazoldo ibuke mira ko sama minalale. Moleka ni African government or button. Yaje mu nibe palazo ko mira ko sama binala. Sama always think of tomorrow. Hana mo the more nite from below. The day of reckoning. Mansatala la kitio binalale. But wo hani wo fongo dunia kitio binalale. So Bua Sedi now, his name is here. Y'all say who said Lima Bua Sedi Tokeja. So don't get mad at me. Republic La Tofu. Okay. Iko 12 days later. Let me go back because now Funo Yinka Fenkele. Let me just go back. 12 days later, the governor of the central bank, Bua Sedi, approved a waiver allowing the bank to exceed the credit limit that can be provided to a borrower. Look at this. Look at Bua Sedi bending the rules. This is shameful. Ndemala, what is wrong with Gambia Karanalu? You go to university. You have your qualification. Ita bua ikarantale. Why are you bending the rules to please Adama Barrow? This is very shameful. I'll be very ashamed of this. Because you just want to remain governor. So this is Adama Barrow's nephew. The Republic is saying you bend the rules. Why should you bend the rules? Why Bua said you, with all your education, Biribe Karana University, Adama Barrow Teje, with Ibela thesis Safela, Adama was not there. Bua iman dankeneya, ya Adama face, ya faiko, this is the rule, niben bay la yembay. This is very, very shameful, my brother. I am not going to mince my words on this. What is wrong with our educated folks? Manatena ndola mulbuka wasa. Ikakata jama wote kasali, and this is the most annoying part. Really, I can't frustrate me. Ninj argumosite be have to anol do ko e taksabal motan kata juma salol. But iman sila man sa talala, ika rules all bend because you want to please somebody that you think ite niyo fongo be ole bulu. Ila palaso da mata bulu. Ya mira ko niyo ba bulu. Shame on these people, man. You le karanal tokuya. The likes of this guy, you like Karnal Tokuya, why are you going to bend the rules? Boa Sedi, afon le letter of the letter is dated 19 July 2020, Managing Director, Megabank, application for a waiver for a single obligo limit with the win-win. So evidence of it. And no boa afon le letter, subhanallah. After due consideration, your request to exceed the single obligatory limit is in favor of win-win oil limit approved. You are urged to closely monitor the application of the facility and provide a quarterly performance updates on the exposure. Yours faithfully, Boa Sedi, Governor of the Central Bank. Yalang Boa Yafang Sidi Keta. Ninga to fo jarrek, inshallah, madam o call, a message of hey, o fane dunga la nying account all because Boa has so very nying. Sidi has different accounts. Agabanta ba monitor. So Boa for a member jela ya call, ya text. Hey, tune into bantaba. Se usele na beto vola bantaba. Bari ndeba mate to vola je. Ni wado being a minister doleje. Akakan tol gar wale. Ntol UDP. But ate o minister membe la rate fanan kungoto. somebody who was sleeping on menka trailer kan telephone ta casino na bi online fengola all of a sudden ate fana mu fanka male design Gambia mo neex rek de ka Gambia mo neex nit ko xamne comme Adama Baro munuta jënd haftan bu correct te Adama tam borom alel la be legi jarbatam yi ñom million yalan Adama dala bu correct sisela ako ñu man ko naman correct ba Ismaila Cissé brika man ko fa malo la le ala ko malo fon le warta fam ha minister jarate fania fo fon lante jahaltal but the republic tend to kilinde anu ning baro alaman takala baro ganyata abakala 3000 neti 3000 because abe kamfari to diaspora kamale so alngana together let's work hand in glove. And the differences all put aside and liberate the Gambia. There is one thing memang some of you UDP is not your cup of
Jawara nata labanyadi ni ya janne ndiamuta jangamang fala bangoy ka fay ko alanding ya kumandi alla biyo mol bele fanga be fa
e ba fala Nasiruddin